Variation. What is a variation? Variation is a function that relates the values of one variable to those of another variable. Next is types of variation. Direct variation. Y varies directly to x where k is the constant. Second is inverse variation. Varies inversely to x where k is the constant.
About inverse variation. The problem is the time it takes you need to get to campus varies inversely as your driving speed. Averaging 20 miles per hour in bad traffic, it takes you 1.5 hours to get to campus. The question is, how long would the trip take averaging 50 miles per hour? This is how you solve the problem. Step 1. Write the correct equation. Inverse variation problems are solved using the equation y equals k over x. In this case, you should use t and s instead of x and y. So y equals k over x will be changed to t equals k over s. That's step 1. Step 2. Use the information given in the problem to find the value of k. In this case, you need to find k when t is equal to 1.5 and s is equal to 20. So 1.5 is equal to k over 20. The answer would be 30 equals k. Just simply multiply 20 and 1.5. Step 3. Rewrite the equation from step 1, substituting in the value of k found in step 2. So this would be it. T equals 30 over s. The final step, which is step 4, use the equation found in step 3 and the remaining information given in the problem to answer the question asked. In this case, you need to find t when s is equal to 50. T is equal to 30 over 50. You just simply divide 30 and 50, so the answer will be 0.6 hours.
Hey guys, it's me, Vance, and today we're gonna be talking about direct variation solving word problems. So here, all about this video is about solving word problems. So this will be my first part. I am Vance, and hopefully you will learn from my video. Hello everyone, it is me, Vance, and today I'm going to show you how to solve any direct variation word problems. And today I have here one problem first to be shown by you. So let's first erase all. So there. Let's erase the intro and replace it with our problem. There. So let me okay, there. So it'll be legible. So let us read the problem. The force required to stretch a spring is directly proportional. If a 24 pound of force stretches the spring 3 inches long, what force is required to stretch the spring 6 inches long? So this will be our part 1 for our video, the word problem. Hello and welcome back to our part 2 of our video. So here will be the finding of the independent and dependent variables for our word problem. So here, take note, always find the dependent and dependent variables or statements. So since it is a word problem, we are looking for the statements. So here, I'm gonna just have to flip this. So looking back from the word problem, we heard there that we are looking for the force required for this 6 inches long spring. Now, the independent one, meaning the independent here means the statement is complete. That's everything that it needs to be solved. The dependent here means that the statement lacks something. Something needs to be solved, and that is our problem for this. Hello and welcome to our part 3 of our video. So now we're gonna look back to our word problem. So since we are looking for the dependent and independent, so we will look back. So it says for the independent that the length of the spring when stretched. So that refers the length of the spring stretched. Here, if a 24-pound force stretches the spring 3 inches long, so that will be our independent variable. And for our dependent, we have here what force is required to stretch the spring 6 inches long. So there's a comma here which divides both of them, the independent and dependent variable, or let's say more likely a statement. So now it is time for the solving, and that will be for our part 4. Hello and welcome to our part 4 for our video. And this time we are gonna solve for the problem. So since we're looking for the force required to stretch the spring 6 inches long, now first of all anything else, you need the formula. Formula is really needed when solving problems. We couldn't get the solution or the answer direct without a formula. So what is our formula? Looking back to our word problem, it says the force required to stretch a spring is directly proportional. So when we say directly proportional, it would look like this. There, W is equivalent to Ks, or we could say, as what I've said here, just written, W is directly proportional to S. We'll just substitute to make it more easier and convenient to understand. So W is directly proportional to S. So why not K, or K times S, directly K as S? That's because K here is the constant. There, K is the constant. It will never be changed, not unless we are looking for sum. So here, now we have the formula. All we need is to substitute them. Hi, and this is part 5 of our video today. Now, so back from what we've discussed, we are talking about the dependent and independent statements. Pardon me. So W is directly proportional to S. So we can say the independent there is W, independent is S. Well, sometimes they may change. We don't know, like K will be here, W will be there. We don't know. That's why W here will not always be independent. We don't know, maybe the changes. It depends on the word problem, how it is written, or how the problem is. So here we have our word problem to be shown. So now here all are underlined. Well, not all, but some. So there we can really see a difference between both. So here the underlined the statement that is underlined once are the dependent statement, and those who are underlined twice are the dependent. Now, if a 24-pound of force stretches the spring 3 inches long, that is the independent. There's a comma there, if it can be seen clearly, and what remains is the dependent statement. Hello again, and this will be our last part 6, solving. So here, since we already have the formula, W is equivalent to K or to S, or we could say the proper way, W is directly proportional to S. So when we substitute them, so as based from the word problem here, either, Since 24 and 3 both are unindependent, why are we using them? Well, that's a question. It's because we are looking for the dependence k, which is the constant, so we need both of them. So 24 here, which is the w, and s will be 3. If we substitute them in order to get the k here on this other side, we need to transfer 3 below. That'll be 24 divided by 3. After dividing them, the answer is 8. We all know that. How about you try it on your calculator and see the answer? It will be 8. So, since we already got the answer, let's erase all of it.
A dozen of eggs varies directly as its weight. The mathematical equation for this statement is C, which is the cost of a dozen of eggs, K, which is the constant, and W stands for the weight. Here is another example. The time covered by a car traveling at a distance is inversely proportional to the rate of speed. The mathematical equation for this statement is T, which is the time, equals to K, which is constant, and inversely proportional to speed, which is v.
Done, sir!